guys, welcome to a new vlog. Oh, my voice is gone because I'm sick. I fell sick on Saturday during the reading sprints. Like when I woke up on Saturday morning, I was just like groggy. I was just not okay, and it just got worse. Okay, yesterday was Sunday. It's Monday today. Yesterday was Sunday and I could not do anything. I couldn't cook. I couldn't get up. Like I was laying on the couch literally the whole day. I just moved from the bed, got cleaned up, and then came straight down, and I'm like, I'm not going back upstairs until it's like time to go sleep. And I literally spent my day on the couch just watching TV series, and we tried to watch a movie with Anaya. We were watching Luck on Apple TV, which is quite nice and she likes it, but I fell asleep again while watching it. It was the second time we were watching it. She likes to repeat stuff and I didn't get to finish it again, so I don't know what's going on, but I just wanted to open up this vlog. I'm suffering, running out of breath, and I'm still working, so yeah, I'm just trying to take it like a task at a time. But I just wanted to open up this vlog and share my reading plans for this week. I have like 2 books that I started last week that I might finish this week. So first up, I've got This Is How You Lose the Time War, and this is by Amal El-Motar and Max Gladstone. This is a sci-fi following 2 characters named Red and Blue, and they are on opposite warring factions, but they have the same job description. Essentially, their job is to put things in place that will affect something else in the future. So there's time traveling there, and you get the sense that they can time travel because they can either start a course of events to continue so that we have like a leader, for example, one day, or stop events from happening. So this is what they do, and because they are on opposite sides of this war, they are trying to sabotage each other also the whole time. But in doing that, they start sending each other letters to boast to each other, and it starts becoming this reoccurring thing of sending each other letters, and it's really interesting. It's a very short one, but it's the kind of book that I can't just listen solely on audio because I feel like it's so short. They kind of like say a lot in between as well, and I felt the need to look at the words. So I'm gonna add this to my TBR for this week, even if I read like a chapter a day or something like that. But I need to work on finishing this one, especially because it is so short. And then I've identified 3 more books that I want to add. So first up, I've got 6 Scorched Roses by Carissa Brockband. This is a novella from the Crowns of Nyaxia series, and I started it a little bit yesterday. You can see I've got my tabs ready. So I read like the first 2 pages, but I was just out of it yesterday with the meds and everything, and I just couldn't look at words on paper. But this is definitely a book that I want to open up and read this week and hopefully finish. And I also have a thriller because I feel like I'm in a thriller mood. I'm just a little disappointed that I can't find an audiobook of this one. I could probably find it on Audible, but I don't have a credit coming in yet for Audible. I think I might have a credit coming in the next few days, but let me see if they have this. They do have it. They do have it. So I think I have a credit coming in the next credit will be in 2 days. So it's the 20th today. So in 2 days I'll have a credit, and then I think I'm gonna get the audiobook for The Other People by CJ Tudor, and that will also be my audiobook for the week. I considered starting like a whole new book, but I didn't want to because I do have the audiobook of this one on my Libby, and I have the audiobook of the last book I want to show you on my Libby as well. So I didn't want to like overwhelm myself and open up many things. But I'm also in the mood for fantasy romance, and I just thought, you know what, let me pick the one that is actually on my TBR for this month. And I think I've been doing quite well with my TBR. I've already finished three books that were on my physical TBR, which is good, which is very good. So I also have Immortal Dark by Tigist Gurma. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but this one features vampires. It features brown people, as far as I understand. I feel like it's gonna be really good. So I've got the audiobook of this one on my Libby, and I want to read it before my audiobook runs out. So I'm hoping that I get a lot of time to sit down and read this week. I did not really like have a lot of time for sitting down and reading in the past week, and even in the reading sprints that we had, I worked most of Friday, and on Saturday I mostly edited my vlogs because I wanted to like edit some content, so I was reliant on audiobooks. But my rule is when I start a new book, and especially like a fantasy that has an audiobook, I have to at least start with my eyes. I need to see how the words are written, the names of the people are written, so that when the pronunciations are coming in my head through audiobook, then I know exactly what they're talking about. But I was just admiring this beautiful, very detailed map of the university. So this is Uxley University. I'm probably saying it wrong. And it says, seek mind above blood. And if you must bleed, use it as ink. That's what it says. That's a nice one. That is a nice one. So I am looking forward to reading this book. So it's definitely one that I want to start. So I think I would probably start with the novella first because I did open it up yesterday. It will be quick to start, and if I need something quick with an audio, I think I will go here, but I won't open this one until I'm at least done with the novella. I don't like to have more than one fantasy book open at the same time, but I also am really craving a thriller. So I've got this, but that's not all. That is not all, because I always have to have a book on my Kindle. I need to actually look for the rest of the books on my Kindle so that I can keep reading them. But I've got Wool, which is what I'm choosing to read. I'm pausing Asunder for now, but I've got Wool by Hugh Howey. Now, by we I mean me and my husband, we recently finished season 2 of Silo on Apple TV, and it was just mind-blowing. But after finishing it and then going to YouTube to go and hear people talk about it and how they're perceiving the last episode, I found out that this is based on a 3-book series, and I'm like, there are books? Of course I'm gonna go find the books and read them. So that's what I did. And I found the books. So book 1 is called Wool, book 2 is called Shift, book 3 is called Dust, and they're all by Hugh Howey. And I just love that series so much, and I'm just like, Apple TV keeps on delivering for me when it comes to like these really high quality series, like quality in terms of videography, but in terms of the content as well. I just love the dystopians so much, and like at this point, that's all we're watching. The only thing I'm watching on Netflix right now is Young, Rich and African. Is that what it's called? Like, I love reality TV shows on Netflix, so I will watch those there. And I'm just doing my rewatch of like favorite series. Like, I'm rewatching Lost, and when I'm done with that, which I know is gonna take me a while, I have Prison Break waiting for me to watch. So that's what I'm doing on Netflix. I'm not really enjoying any of their new stuff right now. But Apple TV is doing the best things. I just wish that they didn't charge us extra for some movies. I see that some movies that you want to watch on there will say you have to rent it or buy it. I don't want to do that after I'm already paying for your subscription. So I just go look at specifically what is available for Apple TV. And there's been great stuff. So we watched Silo, we finished Silo. We're waiting for season 3 and 4, which has been confirmed by Apple TV that they will come, but we don't know when. So yesterday we also started Severance. We started Severance on Apple TV, and we are also in it. We are in it. So Severance, I think I explained Apple TV, not Apple TV, I explained Silo in my previous vlog, so I'm not going to do that again. Okay, but I'm going to talk about what we're watching now, and we are watching Severance. So Severance is about this company that offers you, well, they saying they offer you a good work-life balance by severing like portions of your brain and they compartmentalize. What is that word? They section it. They section your brains to a point where when you're at work, the minute you get into the elevator to clock into work, because they work in this one very specific building, you forget everything you know about your actual life. You forget that you have a wife, you forget that you have kids, you forget that you've got a life outside. You don't even remember your own name until they orient you into the space, and then they give you work to do. So when you're at work, you solely focus on work, and you're in your best mood. You are just want to do your best. And even the work that they're doing, it's such boring work, but they putting so much effort in it because of that, whatever they did to their brain, because they essentially take it through an operation where they put in some device, and that device works to compartmentalize, that word, yachana, compartmentalize your brain to give you essentially like a split personality between home and work. And when you're home, you don't remember anything about your day at work. You just know that you went to work, but you don't know what you did. You don't know who you work for, or you know who you work for, but you don't know who you work with. So even if you had to come across your colleagues, you will not recognize them. So I was just like, this is such an interesting story. And because of also like it's I like these stories because they are not too far-fetched from our actual current situation, current world. And you think about how, especially last year, I think a lot of people were talking more about work-life balance. A lot of people are working from home so that they can have a nice work balance and have time for work and time for family, but it doesn't always work out. So this company has kind of like figured out the clean, perfect way to do it. But is it okay? Is it right? And it gets to a point where you realize these people don't even have like a work break. They can go up and make coffee, and they don't bring anything to work, so they get tokens for lunch, but their lunch is literally like a vending machine with like nuts and raisins, like snacks, guys. And I'm just like, you are literally training people that you need the minimum amount of food and break time when you're at work, and you just get to work, you finish your work, you go home, and then you can do whatever at home. But I think some people are also are starting, it's like, obviously it's the kind of show where something has to go wrong. Somebody has to figure out that this is not what I want, and this is where the interest comes in, and you start seeing other elements of the story. But it is so good. We only watched 2 episodes, so I'm talking a lot, but we only watched 2 episodes, and this is as far as we gotten. But I'm so interested in it. But there's like other series that I looked at that I definitely want to get into on Apple TV. So I'm very happy with Apple TV right now. But yeah, This is why I've got bold. So this is my TBR for this week. The goal is to try and finish 2 books this week. If I do a third one, that's great. I will probably also just scour my Libby for a thriller audiobook. There is one that I am waiting for. It is by Ellis Feeney. It is called Sometimes I Lie, and I'm first in the queue, so I'm expecting that I will get that in sometime this week. And also when my Audible credit comes in, I'll definitely have the audiobook of The Other People, so I think I will be able to finish The Other People. I will start it physically, but I will definitely continue on audio. So yeah, I think based on the fact that I've got audiobooks for these 3 books, I'm fairly confident. I am fairly confident that I could do it. Will stay being my Kindle book to read. I always need a Kindle book for the mornings and the evenings. And this week school is back in full effect, so I want to make sure that we've got a working system in place to be able to comfortably get everything done that we need to do and have good mornings as well, so that we don't get messy mornings, which means that we have to make sure that we are well prepared in the evening. So during my lunch today, I have to go to Dischem to get some meds, and I need to iron some laundry. I washed a bunch of laundry, but because I was sick, I am sick, but yesterday was like really bad. I couldn't do anything beyond just hanging the laundry and getting it off. So I need to iron today. And what else? And homework. We're gonna start up with homework again. So yeah, man, just trying to survive out here. But happy new week. I hope that you guys are having a great week. Let me know whenever you're watching this what your reading plans are for this week. And yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. Yo, guys. So I got up to make some food, to make some toast, and I'm continuing with my episode of Young, Famous and Black, the new season on Netflix, which is why I love Netflix. I love Netflix for the reality TV shows. And I'm just so disturbed. These people are problematic. I'm just so disturbed, number one, by Diamond and his lying. Yo, the amount of lying that this man does. And he comes back to tell the truth and say, well, I have to lie to these women and tell them all these nice things. Otherwise, how will I get them if I don't lie to them? And I'm just like, when you go back and watch this and keep watching all the other seasons as well, what are you thinking? Why are you even still going back there? Like, I just don't get it. But he's just problematic. Is not even the word. It's not even the word. People here are just loose. And Louis, oh my gosh, he's so irritating as well. Diamond is irritating. I do not like that man. He's so irritating. Louis is also very irritating. He likes women, and he likes to pretend that he's cooler than and he's just, no, he's just so annoying. He's really, really annoying. And it's just like, we are day one, and already there's these petty fights. But I guess that's why we're here, for that kind of entertainment, because I'm just like, it, like, the thing about reality TV shows, it makes you feel normal. They actually make you feel normal, because I'm like, yeah, no, this is not normal behavior. I don't act like that. Why are people acting? Is this what really is happening in these kind of industries? Like, what is going on? And I think everybody, because they're all famous and they all have money, they all have this persona that they have to wear of, I am better than you, I am more successful than you, so you must look up at me, I'm looking down on you. Like, that's kind of like the behavior and the personality that all of these people seem to have. And I'm just like, this is probably what's causing all the problems. But I'm just like, the men though, Louise, like every single woman that comes in to the show, he's just like gawking at them, he's trying to get with them, and I'm just like, what is your problem? I just don't. Him and Diamond are not so different from each other, honestly, and I'm just like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, we shall continue to watch this mess unfold, because I'm just like, yeah, these are real people, and these are real things that you're doing on international TV. But it's whatever. It's whatever. It's entertaining for us. I shall keep watching and laughing, because I'm just like, y'all are messy. This is messy. And you don't realize, even if you've had like fans or whatever, you don't realize how you are actually showing up and painting yourself to everybody. I think the only person that I really like here, that I feel is probably the most genuine, is Nadia. Like, I actually like Nadia, and Nadia will tell you straight up what's what. Everybody else, I think, is just acting, pretending. Like, at this point, Nadia is the only one that I like. Fantana, I don't like her character at all. She is very naive in the situation with Diamond. However, I like that she's also quite honest. She might be, like I said, naive, but she is quite honest, and I don't see her necessarily trying to start fights for no reason. The whole fight with her and Zari was based on the fact that Diamond straight up and lied to her. That's the thing. Diamond went and fed her nonsense, but she decided to go use that nonsense to start a fight with Zari. That's where I'm just like, girl, check yourself. But other than that, everybody else is just like a bit shaky. Naked DJ also kind of like has a sound mind. To some degree, he has a sound mind. He's could be harsh, but I think I can see where his sound mind in this sound-mindedness comes in. We've got a new person in the group this year. So we've got Gifile Mabote, who stunning, and she's coming in here like shocked at what the heck is going on. But we shall see how everything unfolds. Let me go finish making my food, eat, take my meds, and continue working. Good morning, you guys. Happy Tuesday. I'm in the kitchen tidying up. I just helped my husband and daughter get ready for school and work, get their lunches done and everything. And yes, I've been watching Young, Famous and African. I'm on season 3. I just want to open these. I'm on season 3, episode 8. Oh my gosh. I've been binge watching this. I'm on episode 8. And there's this moment between Kanye and Quentin. And I love that relationship and that dynamic, because I feel like Quentin is very hard-headed in the way that he moves in this relationship with Kaylee. And I think it's because of the way he's been hurt in the past in his marriages. And he literally just said, I don't want to fail again. And the advice that Kanye is giving him, I'm just like, she's giving big sister vibes. Like, I just love this. I love hearing this from her. And she's always been, for me, kind of like one of the voice of reasons on the show. Like, I actually really like Kanye on the show. But she hasn't been here as well, because, you know, she spoke about going through her own things. But between Kanye and Nadia, like, those are the people that I feel I really like. Kaylee doesn't also start like beefing with people unnecessarily. Like, she's really sweet. Everybody else is just wild. Everybody else is just wild. Kanye also can be wild, but she's very sensible, if that makes sense. And I just, man, when I'm hearing her talk to Quentin, about his relationship and just, you know, that you love this person is good to you. Stop like holding on to the hurt you felt before and give this a chance. Like, what if this works out? Like, stop operating from a place of what if this won't work. Start operating from a point of what if this works out, and what if it's the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced. What if this is finally your chance to be happy in a marriage with someone. And I just shouldn't say it in those words, but I just loved hearing all of that and that whole conversation. And I think he really needed to hear it from her, because he's kind of been hearing it from everybody else, but I don't think that they are that close, and therefore he doesn't feel like maybe they have a right to comment or have an opinion on his relationship. But yeah, I wanted to come out here and say that because I just felt like I needed to say this to someone, and there's nobody in the house with me right now. And I can't talk to, I don't know anybody who's watching the show right now, so there's nobody that I can really pinpoint and talk to. But yeah, that's what's happening. I need to go and take a shower and get ready for work, so we'll chat later. I haven't read anything. I didn't read yesterday. I haven't read today. Yesterday was so hectic. Like, I worked until what time? About 7:30, 8. I was just so exhausted afterwards. I just couldn't do anything. Me and my husband, we just went to bed, chilled and watched Severance on Apple TV. We have been binging stuff on Apple TV. It's our new favorite place to be, and it's great, man. It's been so great being there, and I feel like we could have done this a long time ago, but I think we did, because at some point I had an Apple One subscription, which allows you to have like everything, because I think Apple TV itself is like 130 rands or something, but with Apple One we paid 230, but it includes Apple Music, it includes Apple TV. We don't usually do gaming, but it includes gaming, and there's something else as well that it includes. But I was just like, this is a bargain, because we canceled Disney, because I'm like, we don't watch Disney. We haven't been watching Disney, and the only person who kind of visits to watch it is Anael, and lately she's been watching like a lot of Netflix. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be paying for like 4 different things at the same time. The other thing I'm thinking of canceling is Showmax, but I have to check if my mom is watching Showmax or not. If she's not watching it, then I will cancel it for sure. If she's watching it, I'll keep it. But I haven't watched Showmax literally in months, and I'm just like paying it for nothing. So yeah, but let me not waste time. I need to shower, get ready for work. I've got a meeting at 9 a.m. Oh man. Okay. Let's get this day going. Hey guys, I've been so lazy to use my big tripod. This is why the angles are so weird lately, and that's because I have it set up on the dining table for the overview of my reading journal setup, and it takes a while to set it up, so I didn't want to undo it. But I want to make some coffee, so let's make some coffee. I don't know if I want, the thing is, I'm hot. I wanted a hot brew, but I feel hot, and I don't know if I should make a cold brew because of that. But maybe let me just make the hot brew that I want to make. I'm hoping that I get some reading time today. I want to go to gym to go walk on the treadmill. I feel like I need some kind of movement. I've been sick, so I haven't been at the gym, and I'm also like trying not to do anything to overexert myself, but there's no exercise I can do in the house right now that would feel good. I can't do Pilates, it's too intensive. Yoga, I don't want to have to put my head down because I feel like I'm gonna get dizzy, but I just wanted to move my body. So I thought maybe it's a good idea to literally just go to gym, go switch on the treadmill and go walk for like 30-40 minutes and then come back and continue working. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go in this way, so I already have my gym shorts on. I don't know why people are screaming, but yeah, so I just want to make my coffee. I need to unpack the dishwasher. I will do that later probably. Today I'm making the peanut and roasted sesame flavor. I thought, like, I really felt like having pancakes today, but I don't have time. I actually don't have time to make pancakes, so I'm just gonna have my coffee, prepare for my meeting because I have a meeting in 30 minutes, and then I will just make a smoothie, plain old smoothie.
You got it. You know that you got it. Baby, take the moment, you got it. It's yours, it's yours, it's yours. My love, just rest assured. I'm yours, I'm yours. Tell me what you running for, 'cause you don't have to try so hard.
Let's make a smoothie for lunch. I haven't had anything to eat today, which means that I also haven't taken my meds. We'll fix that now. I thought that I was gonna make pancakes because I've got some bananas that are like overripe and I didn't like, I didn't freeze any of my bananas, so I just need to use them. I'm gonna use 2 bananas. This is a fresh batch. Don't have a lot of like ingredients to add in here, so this is why I'm adding more of the bananas. I'll be adding my berry muesli. This is my favorite muesli from Words. This will help to also kind of like make me fuller. So I don't even know how much this is. Maybe like half a cup. Let's say it's half a cup. Guys, oh my gosh. So yesterday I went to Discam, right? And then I picked up gum. And I'm not really a gum person or like a sweet person, but with me having the flu and taking all these meds, I just feel like my mouth constantly feels like it needs to be washed. Literally, that's how I feel. And I couldn't find these in the bag, but it seems like it was slotted between like snacks that I bought for my daughter yesterday. And I was so upset because I blamed the lady who helped me at the till, and I thought that she didn't put this in my bag. Like, I was so upset yesterday, and I'm just like, now I'm feeling bad because I'm like, I'm so sorry. This was definitely a me problem, and I really thought that she did not put this in my bag. But it's here. We've got it. I bought the strawberry flavored one for myself. I don't know why this is not focusing. There we go. So we've got a strawberry one for myself. It's from Dentime, and then a spearmint one for my husband, just to keep in the car, whatever. I guess it's always a good idea to have something to just refresh your mouth sometime. I've got spirulina powder. Let's see what else we can add. Got some apples, so I will cut up and add an apple in here. So we've got a pear. I really don't know why my camera is not focusing right now. most importantly, I've got my nut butter. I prefer the butternut one, but I have been desperate. I've been desperate and I couldn't find it at this chem yesterday. I couldn't even find this. They didn't even have the oat milk. And when my husband went to Woolworths yesterday, did he go yesterday? I feel like he went yesterday to get food for us because I was tired. I couldn't cook yesterday. And I asked him to find some nut butter for myself, but I realized Woolies no longer sells the nut butter brand because they have their own brand. I wanted the macadamia one because that is my favorite, but they didn't have the macadamia one, or even the blend of macadamia and the almond, so I just have to get with the almond. But I love these nut butters. Oh, definitely my favorite over the peanut butter. So this one is vegan. It has no added salt or sugar, which is why I started going for the nut butters. And let me just say, it says crafted from almonds that are dry roasted for maximum flavor and then ground up. I want to see what they have in the ingredients. They have the almond, 99% of it is almond, and they have a stabilizer. So when this is finished, I'm definitely going back to my butternut versions because they don't talk about stabilizers in theirs. Like when I look at the ingredients, they literally say 100% macadamia, and that's what I want. I don't want any of these added stuff. But like I said, I was desperate, and at this point I was using this recently, which I don't like. My husband likes this. Oh, he bought this yesterday. I didn't realize, but my husband likes this. I do not like this at all. Like I just don't like the fact that the ingredient list is so long. So they've got peanuts, right? And I know from experience that the first ingredient on the list when they give you these has the most encompasses the most component of your product. So they've got peanuts, and then the next thing is sugar. I'm like, no. Vegetable oil, hydrogenated vegetable oil on top of that, salt, and I'm just like, nope, I am not eating this. So yes, we literally have to buy 2 separate nut butters in this house because I refuse to eat that. But also with his nut allergy, there we go again. With his nut allergy, he can handle having that peanut butter, but he can't have this. This is overwhelming for him, and he ends up reacting in a very bad way. So I think he's fine with peanuts, but he's not okay with like almonds and macadamia and all that. He gets sick. So also that's another reason. I'm just gonna add another scoop, guys. I love this nut butter so much. My battery's flashing, so I'll have to change it to show you guys how this all ends. I've got some dried, what do you call these? You guys know what this is. I use this in all of my smoothies for sweetening. I'll give you the name once it comes to me. So I'm just adding 4 because these ones are much smaller than the ones that I'm used to getting from Woolworths. So I do add more. I'm going to add my spirulina. I'm going to chop this up to add to my smoothie, then do my milk, and we blend. I thought I was recording, but I was not. But yes, my smoothie is done. I did a taste test. It tastes really good. This one is not too sweet because of the spirulina. So the spirulina, just be aware if you're using that, it has a very bitter taste, and this is why I just added a bit more of the, why can't I think about these dried fruit? I can't think what they're called, but I use that essentially to sweeten my smoothies. You guys would already know this because you see me using them literally in every smoothie. I used 4 this time around because they are smaller. The The ones that I buy from Woolworths are like twice the size, and usually I put 2. But yeah, I love it. I love this beautiful green color that the spirulina gives. It's not even showing up correctly. See, that's what it actually looks like, but I can't keep my camera up here because literally the sink is behind you guys. Maybe let me do this. Let's try. This is much better. Hey, but yeah, so this is my lunch, I guess. Because it's the first time I'm eating something today. I only literally had a cup of coffee today, and then I got hungry, so this is what I wanted to have now. I didn't really feel like having like bread or anything heavy, but I need to take my medicine, and which is why I added my muesli in here as well, just to give me a bit more sustenance. It is lunchtime, and I thought I was gonna go to gym, but I've got a lot to do and I've got some editing to do. So I'm thinking maybe let me sit down and record my reading journal setup, episode 3. I've uploaded episode 1 and 2, and a few of you guys already watched and liked my videos. So thank you so much for the support. This is a new playlist on my YouTube channel where I'm just trying to share my reading journal journey with you guys. Last year I didn't do a reading journal, and I really wanted to do one this year, and I figured that the best way for me to be consistent with that is to essentially get accountability partners for that, and I've chosen you guys to be my accountability partner, which means that I need to produce a video and a couple of episodes for you guys in order for me to set this up. So initially I thought I would have had everything all set up before the beginning of January, but it didn't work out that way, and I had to sit and tell myself that, you know what, it's okay. It's fine that I didn't get to do it at the date that I wanted, but the point of it is that I still continue to do it. And yeah, that's the energy that I'm going into this year with. Yes, there are things that I had planned for and thought I would have done by now, and they have not happened. Some in my control, some not in my control. So I'm just like, you know what, I will keep doing a little bit every day to work towards that, and I feel like that's what counts the most. So without talking too much and wasting any more of my battery, let me go set up, and let's set up my reading journal. Good morning, you guys. Let me fix my hair. It is Thursday morning. I'm still not feeling good. I booked an appointment to go see my doctor today. Yo, I've got such a massive headache, and I need to take my meds right now. Literally, I've got over there a pharmacy vibes. I've got a pharmacy right there. So even when I go see him today, I need to take all the meds to show him what I'm taking, so that he doesn't like prescribe the same thing, but maybe he can tell me if I need to do something different, because it's just, it's bad. And today, like, my headache is like nasally connected, if that makes sense. So I'm in the kitchen because I want to make some food. And the other problem is that in this week of this flu and sickness, all I'm doing is eating. I just feel like eating all the time, and I just want warm food. I want comfort food. I want food that's gonna make me feel like it's giving me a hug. I want that kind of food. And I've had this chickpea flour in my cupboard for a bit now, and I need to use it. So I'm thinking of making some pancakes. I've got some ripe bananas, so I want to do that, but I think I want to blend everything because I don't have the strength, the energy to like whisk everything in that banana. I want everything to be nice and smooth, and if I whisk it, I'm gonna get clumps of bananas, and I don't want that. So let's prep the smoothie. Not the smoothie. Let's prep the pancakes. I'm gonna use a cup of chickpea flour. I'm gonna use these 2 overripe bananas. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm gonna put some honey or maple syrup. I've got maple syrup. It's not the organic one, but I need to actually put the organic one on my list for February groceries to buy that. It is quite pricey, but I like that the ingredients, if I remember correctly, well, the one that I bought from Woolworths some time ago, it literally just had maple syrup in it, or it had like just 1 or 2 ingredients, and the one that I have, there's definitely sugar in there. But for today, I'll just use that with a bit of milk, and I'm gonna blend everything up all together, and then we'll put it on a pan and get our pancake done. I hope it doesn't stick to the pan because I don't have a proper non-stick pan. I still want to buy one. I did see a nice one from Woolworths that I wanna get one of these months. But yeah, let's prep that for now. I'm not gonna take you guys through everything. That's why I'm here telling you all the ingredients that I will be using, because I can't do the camera angles. I can't do the camera angles now, but I wanted to just tell you guys what I was gonna do. So let's grab all of the ingredients. I'm also gonna add some vanilla essence. Why did I say vanilla? Some vanilla. Cinnamon. I've got baking powder from Royale. What else? We've got some trusty butternut oat milk. That's my favorite milk. And then I've got this. It's not even maple syrup, guys. It is golden syrup, which is maple flavored. Yeah, I don't like this one. I really don't. It is filled with stuff that I don't want inside of me right now. Ingredients: partially inverted refiner's syrup. Oh my gosh. Flavoring and colorant. Yo, there's no maple anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna use my raw honey instead, and I'm almost out. I need to go to the market. Look how little I've got left. Yeah, no, I'm gonna use the honey instead from Mr. Honeyman. This honey is so good. So this one is the raw honey, in which I didn't usually like the taste of raw honey, but I do like his raw honey. But my favorite one is always the citrus flavored honey, so he will have the orange. So when I go to the market next week, I'll get that. So yeah, I'm gonna put all the ingredients together. Maybe let me try the angles, guys. Okay, let me show you. Let me not rob you of the experience. Do you see all my medicine over there? Yeah, that's what I've got to deal with. All right, so we've got that. Where do I open this? Let's get a scoop. If you guys were not aware already, I'm not good at like doing things as per measurement. I wing it. Okay, I wing everything. I'm gonna assume that was 1 cup. I've got that might be a lot. Okay. Maybe that's like 1/4 of cinnamon that I've put in there. Oh, let me do the baking powder first. And this is how I generally bake as well, which is not a good way to do things, because you're supposed to be able to like, oh no, measure everything. Okay, 1 teaspoon. And I'm making such a mess. It's okay, we'll clean it up. Okay, we've got that in. Changed my mind and decided instead of honey, I'm gonna put a couple of dates in there. One more. And then I'll drizzle the honey on top when it's done. Okay. Banana. Ooh, these are properly overripe. Ooh, but I feel like this is too overripe. I'm not gonna use this half. Okay, there. I've got a prettier looking banana. We'll do that instead. The other banana was just way too ripe. Okay. Got those in there. Shake up the milk. Pour out what I think is enough. We don't know. We'll see. I feel like I will need a bit more water. Not water, but milk. Like a bit more liquid so that everything can blend nicely. I also want to try use this chickpea flour to make some rotis. So maybe I should do that because I was craving a soup today and I don't have enough flour to make some dumpling, but maybe I can make some rotis and make a nice warm soup, and then we can have it with the rotis because I still have a lot of chickpea flour. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that today. Okay, if this comes out good, then I'll be more confident with the roti situation later. I hope this blends everything.
Even at your lowest, you got it. You know that you got it. Baby, take the moment, you got it. It's yours, it's yours, it's yours. My love, just rest assured. I'm yours, I'm yours. Tell me what you've run.
Trial and error here, guys. Trial and error. Just want to scrape off what's at the bottom because I feel like the consistency is good. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think this consistency is fine for the pancake. Just needed to mix everything up in a better way. Okay, I think I'm happy with this consistency. Let's see what's gonna happen.
And so you run, jump the gun, but know that you got it. Even at your lowest, you got it. You know that you
Yeah,
got it.
that's not the color we want.
The moment you got it, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. My love, just rest assured. I'm yours, I'm yours.
Here's my pancakes. They look pretty ugly. They do not look good at all, but I did have a taste. They do actually taste good. And as I was tasting them, like, I can't wait to get my non-stick pan so that everything can work out well. But then I also thought that maybe I should invest in a waffle maker. I think this would actually come out so nice in a waffle maker. So I'm gonna start marinating the husband to agree to get me a waffle maker. But yeah, this is what we've got going on. This one doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's the right color and everything. Like the last two were okay. The other ones are a little not burnt because I had to wait for it to like cook through. But yeah, they are way more brown than what I wanted. So I'm gonna just drizzle some honey and then have it that way. So I'm not gonna use that syrup at all. I actually think I'm gonna get rid of that syrup and get proper organic 100% maple syrup, because I don't want to put that in my belly right now. But yeah, this is what we've got going on. Let me try to bring it closer. Yeah, it doesn't look pretty. It doesn't look pretty, but it tastes good, and that's what matters right now.
Prepare me for surgery. Cut me open till I shed old skin. Let me show you where I'm broken so we can begin again. Cut me open till I can't deny the feeling. Feel that. I believe that. You got the tools to fix me. You got the tools to fix me.
Hi you guys, it is Saturday morning and I don't know what time it is. Oh, it's quarter past 11. I almost said quarter past 6. It's quarter past 11. I'm sitting here because I was busy with my course. I've been studying since, what time did I wake up? Around 6. And I managed to finish my Microsoft Projects course, so yay! I've got my certification of completion, so I'm adding that to my CV essentially, and I'm very happy. So that counts to minimum 1 course a month. I did continue with my other course as well, so I managed to do 3 modules this morning, which is good, but I've got a headache now. I'm feeling a little bit warm, so I need to eat. I made some creamy oats. I need to go hang some laundry. I'm busy washing another load of laundry. I need to clean up the kitchen. But before all of that, I thought I should give you guys a reading update. So I started Immortal Dark by TAKEALOT. And this book, we are following a main character called Kidan. And Kidan is a human who has a twin, June, and her twin basically ran away with their aunt after their parents died, and they ran away to save them. So the story is following vampires, and we've got this university called Uxley University, where you've got these families that have some kind of relation to their vampires, or they get assigned vampires from what I am understanding. And whoever decided to do this did this back in the day because vampires were wreaking havoc and basically going crazy and killing everybody. So there was this pact that vampires can only feed from specific families, and her family ends up being one of them. And from what I can hear from the story, they had assigned 35 vampires to her family to essentially feed on them. So this family has to keep breeding people, and they normally have a house at the University of Uxley where you have to also attend, become a student, and graduate and study something along the lines of like vampires and human coexisting. I don't know what the name of that course is, but we've start off the story where Kidan's aunt, who had run away with them, dies, and she happened to be friends with the dean at the university. So the dean has to go and find either Kidan and June to kind of take over the inheritance, but because they've been raised out of this whole situation, they don't really like vampires. They blame them for their parents' death. They blame them for not being able to essentially have a family because they've been on the run the whole time. On top of that, June has gone missing, and Kidan believes that June was kidnapped by a vampire and taken to Uxley University. So the point where I am now, Kidan has met with the dean, and the dean has offered her a position or a place at the university in exchange of basically taking over the inheritance, because if she doesn't, the vampire that she is assuming took her sister is in line to take inheritance, which is something that is not known to really happen. So Kidan has just arrived at the university because she kind of has no choice, but she also thinks that this could be her opportunity to find her missing sister. So this is what's happening. I said a lot, but I mean, I only read 28 pages. I'm gonna continue to listen to the audiobook of this while I go hang laundry. But yesterday I also started Scorched Roses by Carissa Burbank. This is a novella in the Crowns of Nyx series, and in this one we're following Lilith, and Lilith believes that she's been surrounded by death ever since she was born. She almost died essentially at birth and got the whole family quite worried until they heard her first screams. But also when her sister was born, her mom died, so that is the second event that she's counting as death is always following her. The third time was when they were having issues with the crops. So they come from the small town where they're mostly farmers and they've been blessed by the gods, you know, flourishing and all that, but then the gods one day decided to be moody and not let their crops grow, and her father was out by the crops one day and cursing the gods. But this is a fantastical book, so cursing the gods is a literal thing that you could do to upset the gods, and the god came down with all the wrath and might and whatever and brought a plague, and now her town has been suffering from this plague for decades because she's older now, and it's making people wither to a point where their skin starts flaking and turning to dust until there's nothing left. So she decides to go and seek help from a vampire to give their blood because she's tried everything. She is priding herself in being a woman of science, so she's done every experiment she can and nothing worked. So now she decided to go to this vampire and ask for a vial of blood from him to go and test and see if this is something that will work. And she's even more motivated to do that now because her sister Mandy, is her sister Mandy? I feel like her sister's name is Mandy, but I could be wrong. But she goes and gets this vial because her sister Mandy has this plague and she wants to help her sister survive. So this is where I am. This one I don't have an audiobooks for, so I have to read with my eyes. And I have a very busy day today. My to-do list is full. I probably have to like re-look at it because I don't think I'll be able to do all those things. But look at how long my list is, and I started writing stuff for tomorrow. I don't want a lot of stuff going on tomorrow, but I've got a lot of things. So I'm washing laundry, so I take that. I've completed my MS Projects course. I did my other training. I need to complete our home budget. I did start working on it 2 days ago, but I just need to clean it up and make sure that I'm happy with everything. I needed to send some reports for work, but I'm not sure if I'm actually going to end up doing that. Plan for the next week, that's fine. I can sit down and do that. And planning, I mean, I have to fill this up and see what things I need to remember for school for next week. I need to edit my vlog for tomorrow. I started yesterday, so I'll probably work on it throughout today as well. I need to do Anael's hair. I undid her braids yesterday, so I need to stretch her hair out today. I think recording January releases, I might skip that maybe for tomorrow. And I had record episode 4 of my reading journal, so that's probably something I can sit and do because I do it on this table. I can sit and do that, and maybe get to setting up my January spread. That's not really a given. And then one last thing, I need to update my mom's CV. So yeah, I've got a lot of things, but I don't have to complete all of them. I think the things that are important to me is completing the budget, planning for the next week, and editing the vlog, and then doing Anael's hair. Those are the 4 important things for me. Don't want to waste any more time. I'm gonna go hang laundry while I continue to listen to Immortal Dog, and then go clean up the kitchen, and then sit and have my oats. But yep, that's the update for now. We will chat again later.
Just pulled up to the house, don't feel like getting out. I'ma just lay back and crack this window. I've been doing my best, taking a moment to rest, feeling stressed out. Give it a good, I put that on God when it gets hard. I stay on my job like no days off, so you can go home with that broke mentality. Jump on jealousy, my bad. Get away from me, 'cause I've been working all day. Can I catch a break? Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey, already got the world on me. Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey, catch a break, better way. Oh, Mom and Dad's only daughter, do I make you proud? Writing my life in lyrics, do you like the sound? Seeking approval constantly. When it's my truth I own, I speak it, don't make sense now. Give it a good, put that on good when it gets hard. I stay on my job like no days off, so you can go home with that. Jump on my back, 'cause I've been working all day. Can I catch a break? Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. 'Cause I've been working all day. Can I catch a break? Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey, already got the world on me. Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey, catch a break, better way. Oh, working all day. Keep my hand in the fire. Won't learn my lesson till I let it burn, but never lose my desire. Had it from the moment that I felt my first love. I knew I'd never get enough of you. I'll take the risk like I'm bulletproof. Shots in my heart, but it bleeds the truth. A part of every little thing I do, like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo, I'll always have you. Ooh, like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo, I'll always have you. Ooh. My inhibitions fade away. Can't think with my head, my gut won't let me change. Try to deny, but you beg me to taste. If I end as the loser, it'd be worth the game. Cause I can never get enough of you. I'll take the risk like I'm bulletproof. Always on my heart like a tattoo. A part of every little thing I do, like a test. Where every time is the last time I let you get up under my skin. I wanna let the ink dry, but wanna try till it's right.
Hi guys, in the kitchen because I want to make some matcha. I feel so hot, so hot, and I just need something like cold, but you can still hear my voice is just not okay. Guys, I'm like overheating right now. I think I need to just quickly finish tidying up the kitchen and then go sit down and rest for a bit, and then I'll get up and do the next thing. Laundry is washed, but it needs to be ironed. I need to reduce it at least. My shadi is coming tomorrow to help me clean the house, so I'm not gonna be cleaning, I'm just tidying up. But yeah, I need something nice. I'm gonna use the hazelnut syrup today, just a little bit, because this one is a bit sweet. Ooh, that was not a little bit, luckily it was in the spoon, so I can spill the rest out. But I just need a cold brew of this thing. But I am busy doing my rewatch of Lost. If you guys know the series Lost, about these group of people on flight 815 from Sydney to Los Angeles, and they end up crashing on this remote island, and while they're there bad things start happening and they're getting attacked and all that, and they're just trying to find a way to survive long enough to why did I say counting? They're trying to find a way to survive long enough to be rescued, and it's been probably like 2 months at this point, and they found like other people on the island who are hostile. And now I'm on season 3, and it goes back to give you a bit of a history of who the people are who were here before and why everybody's so hostile. So yeah, I just started season 3 right now and enjoying it. It's very difficult to try and do something while talking to you guys because I keep walking out of frame. But yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm enjoying that. I decided to do a little bit of bookshelf reorganization this morning. I created space on the YA column of my bookshelf on this side because in December I gave away a bunch of books to my niece-in-law, and so I created some space. I stacked up some stuff, so I moved all the middle grade from my fantasy shelf, which is the one that's there, and moved it over to the YA side so I could take some books off the cart, because the cart was just now filled with books that not only I want to read, but just books that don't have space to live, and the way that they were packed, I just don't like it because it's like not good for the books. So I needed to create some space, move some things around, slot a few books in, and yeah, I'm happy that I did that. There's my ice, and I need to just pour in my matcha, give my milk a good shake. I'm not gonna be froth it now, so I'm literally just gonna pour it in. There we go. And then we've got an iced matcha. So this is what I'm gonna drink. Hopefully I can cool down somewhat. I feel like I'm probably a little bit feverish, but yeah, I need to finish what I'm doing and then I can sit down and rest.